Okay, guys, we're live. We are live. This is our very first session explaining the white paper for Dascoin. So Dascoin white paper volume 1 walkthrough. We've got lots of hosts and guests actually. So today, because we'll be rotating, because why not? We've got 20,000 people in this community. So we are more than happy for anyone to really have a go and interpret this document, what they think about it, and how they understand what's actually written down here, because that's the most important piece of this entire project that we're part of. Net leaders, Dascoin. This is the most important document. So we've got Vivian here, James, and Debbie.
Hi, everybody.
And we'll be going through the document together effectively, reading page by page, one page each effectively together. Today, we're actually going to cover only 4 pages of this document because we want this video to be short, digestible, and we want others to effectively watch it. Okay, let's go. Let's get going. Debbie, so you're going to start, right? We can't hear you just yet. Debbie, click on that magic thing. You always say that.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Now we can, yeah. All good.
Okay, I haven't touched anything, but hey, good. Okay, guys, page 1 of our white paper walkthrough. Dascoin has been designed to solve the core problems inherent to storing and exchanging value. The Dascoin blockchain is a mutual distributed ledger that creates and distributes cryptographic assets and then securely facilitates their storage and exchange. The Dascoin blockchain forms the nucleus of a digital asset system known as DAS ecosystem, which has been structured to deliver a set of value exchange solutions that offer enhanced security, increased scalability, wider acceptance, improved efficiency, and better performance. In layman's terms, Dascoin blockchain facilitates a faster, more efficient exchange of value between 2 parties. This is what's required to take cryptocurrency and mainstream.
Okay, so guys, that's going to be the structure effectively. Just kind of before we go and move on to another paragraph, I should have explained it at the very beginning. So what we are going to be doing is, rather than us reading the whole page and then explaining, we want to make this quite interactive. So we're going to cover just a few lines each, first of all, and then, because this is written for everyday folk, let's say it this way, but at the same time, it's still a little bit complex. So it could be seen as quite complex. That's why we want to actually effectively translate it in a language of an everyday person out there to fully understand. Guys, for the opportunities like this, where we are effectively crowdfunding a project, something it's about to happen, something fresh in this digital money, digital currency space, a document like this is really crucial for everyone to understand what exactly is going on, why we believe that this company really has the opportunity of releasing the currency as well as other services like no other currency or company out there. That's why we're covering this today. We're covering this live. These videos you will be able to share with your team, with your prospects, everyone really. Okay, Debbie, so we've covered the first one. You've explained what you think it effectively means. Let's carry on.
Okay. At the heart of the system is Dascoin, a hybrid currency designed to combine the best qualities of a decentralized cryptocurrencies with the best aspects of centralized currencies and eliminate their respective weaknesses. Dascoin is a convertible store of value unit that serves as the foundation of the digital asset system. This system has been designed to increase global prosperity through improvements in the quality and efficiency of the exchange of value between individuals, businesses, financial institutions, cooperatives, and merchants. Layman's terms, globally, millions of people don't have access to banks or bank accounts. Dascoin brings a solution so that anyone can have access to goods or services.
Yeah.
Instead of basing value on the backing of a commodity or the declaration of a government, the value of Dascoin is based on the quality and soundness of the underlying system. Trust is fundamental to the system and has been adapted to the digital paradigm rather than systematically eliminated. Unfortunately, through a wider, ultimately through a wider distributed, more efficient and better calibrated system of value, prosperity can be enjoyed by a larger and more diverse global population. The value will be based on the market adaptation and usability. Everything that the DAS ecosystem can do will bring value to the coin.
Yeah. So some things, I'm going to go through the second page of the document, which is the introduction now. Some things may or will be self-explanatory, so they do not require additional coverage. Okay, I'm going to start. Technology-based money. Someone just joined, sorry. Technology-based money has now become a reality and is poised to grow for generations to come. Bitcoin has been the pioneer in this emerging segment and has demonstrated how it is possible to digitally format a money system. Experiencing significant success in the 8 years its existence. Since its emergence, other currencies have sprung up, but few have made real impact on the market. Almost self-explanatory. Effectively, Bitcoin has been the very first cryptocurrency which kind of succeeded. There have been currencies before, there have been attempts before Bitcoin, but Bitcoin found that usability. People have started actually paying for services, buying things with Bitcoin. Other currencies emerged afterwards, trying to mimic, but they failed because of the certain things. And we've now have effectively 8 years of a track record. Over the last 8 years, Dascoin been able to effectively collect the data and figure out, okay, they've tried that didn't work. That's why they've put this part of document together to fix what's broken effectively out there. Guys, yep, okay. The main points of impact has been the innovative technology underlying Bitcoin known as the blockchain. The blockchain is a tool that can verify transactions with minimal third-party involvement. The names of buyers and sellers are never revealed, only the addresses within a system, and these addresses can be further obscured. Blockchain technology is part of a category known as a mutual distributed ledger. Mutual refers to the fact that the nodes are shared by the community rather than owned by a central authority. Distributed refers to the fact that the nodes are divided among a number of locations, and ledger is that the system represents a sequential record of transactions. So effectively, blockchain is like an online database everyone's got access to, and because of the form of how it's structured, encryption algorithm, it cannot be broken. But the blockchain from Bitcoin effectively has that level of that everyone's saying that it's very anonymous or secured at the same time, and which can be good, and initially was seen as good, but now financial institutions, government, etc., they want to have that kind of level of KYC, of know your customer. They want to have that kind of certain level of
transparency.
Transparency. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, so that's effectively what we have here with Dascoin. Okay, assembled together, the system becomes a tamper-proof, immutable record of transactions shared among a community of users and stored in multiple locations. So that's effectively how Dascoin is going to do it. We're going to have different locations to make sure that the system is secure. The two dominant cryptocurrency models, proof of work and proof of stake, have significant weaknesses. Bitcoin's proof of work model is a brutally inefficient system, and its decentralized structure leads to serious governance issues, as evidenced by the ongoing block size debate. The proof of stake altcoins suffer from pre-distribution issues. Pre-minting can distribute coins without transparency or justification, and an inherent lack of validity due to the nothing at stake problem. So several things here with Bitcoin. Effectively, in order to mine, in order for new blocks or coins to be uncovered or discovered, effectively you need to produce a heck of a lot of power. Effectively, you need to be able to connect lots of machines, server rooms. It's not like before you can do it from a computer. It consumes a lot of electricity. It requires quite a big setup, infrastructure. That's kind of the main disadvantage of the proof of work concept. Proof of stake, certain companies, cryptocurrencies out there you don't really know whether this is actually a fair distribution of coins or not. Certain companies have kind of owners have claimed like 20% of the share of all the currencies out there, which doesn't seem to be particularly fair, where all the nodes are contributing to next blocks being released. You don't really want to have a small percentage of people owning a large portion of all the coins out there.
Yeah, you're back to the problems we have in the existing setup in money, in that the 1% have the majority of the money around the world, and if a coin starts off by 20% of it being owned by 3 or 4, you're back to the same issues. So not really what we're looking for.
No, not at all. This is what we are effectively introducing. What the problem effectively is, what is seen as something that really needs to be seen and needs to be fixed for a good cryptocurrency to really have something to say out there. Okay, every system of value must establish a few fundamental elements. These include defining initial money supply, initial distribution, basis of value, expansion, contraction mechanisms of the supply, of the money supply, who controls the means of production and the allocation of inflation and or allocation of credit. That's effectively, those will be the areas Dascoin will be addressing and focusing on. As we go deeper into this document, they will be further explained. Dascoin offers a hybrid structure to solve the issues associated with these economics-based elements. A private permissioned blockchain architecture has been incorporated due to its enhanced security, inherent efficiency, and ability to scale more easily due to deployment control. Fortifying this secure foundation is the authentication of all users in accordance with banking standard KYC, Know Your Customer. Requires the implementation of hardware-required digital wallet system. In addition, the Dascoin system integrates a powerful marketing mechanism which incentivizes growth through referral-based word-of-mouth promotion. The result is digital system of value that offers optimal security, world-class performance, and is poised for rapid global adaptation by the mass market. This explains exactly how NetLeaders and Dascoin effectively want to do this. The blockchain effectively will be centralized, the system will be centralized, therefore the company will have an easier way of implementing changes that are important in order to better adapt for today's market conditions. And also, rather than just spending some money on advertisements or just releasing something on a forum and hoping that people will come, they invited people. They said, guys, this is the concept, this is what we got, go out there, spread the word, and we're going to reward you for it.
Yeah, and rightly so. And I think, look, you know, all the decisions the company are making are based around one simple thing. How does this coin go mainstream? So every question that's asked, the answer is based around how to make the coin go mainstream. And that's where the KYC comes in. That's where the speed of blockchain, the centralized model with a decentralized wallet, etc., etc. Every answer is based around making it go mainstream.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the next page 4, the key design features. For a proof of value distribution method, the assurance that anyone who is distributed Dascoin directly from the Dascoin blockchain has presented the system with a defined and recognized form of value, specifically in cycles, a closed-loop, single-purpose currency that can only be acquired through the purchase of a system license using either Bitcoin or euros. There are no parties, neither executive nor developers, who are able to pre-mint, pre-mine, or pre-distribute Dascoins to themselves. Cycles can only be received in exchange for value transferred to the system, and cycles must be submitted to the system in order for there to be a direct distribution of Dascoins through the minting process. I suppose key element for me inside in that paragraph is, and it's already been touched on, but the executives in this company didn't go and take 5, 10, 15, 20% and put it in a block for themselves. They themselves had to add value to the Dascoin and to Dascoin and DasNet in order for them to actually have coins. And therefore, the only way that they make money out of this is the same way as we make money out of this. and that's that the coin becomes worth significant value. So I think that's hugely important. Next part, proof of license, consensus method. Dascoin incorporates a licensing system rather than a mining apparatus. Consensus is reached through an algorithm which randomly defines what licensed node is going to make, what licensed node is going to make the next block. Yeah, I think there's, if anyone else wants to jump in on that one, but I think that's okay.
No, we're going to cover nodes and further down the white paper, so
yeah,
don't think there's no point getting into nodes now.
Yeah, no problem. Fixed supply. So how many are they going to actually produce? So it's 2 to the power of 33, or in simple terms, it's approximately 8.5 billion units. It's going to be distributed over an undefined period, dependent on the internal dynamics of the system, but currently it's projected to last approximately 12 years. Again, self-explanatory, but sometimes you will get asked what's the total number of coins going to be produced. Well, the answer is approximately 8.5 billion. It's 8.5899 and so on. Full authenticated network. Every user will be authenticated through banking standard. KYC process performed by a central authority. This is very important. It's what differentiates us from an awful lot of coins out there. An awful lot of coins out there are dark. In other words, you don't know who makes the payment or who receives it. With us, everyone's going to be KYC'd, which means uploading a passport and a proof of address to prove who you are. This is a huge deal because all users will then be known, so all transactions will be transparent. Again, another vital difference between us and a lot of other coins. And again, it's done that way in order that we would, aim to become widely used, go mainstream. Convertibility. Dascoins are minted into circulation through conversion from cycles. Once minted, they can be transferred directly or converted into a variety of fiat currencies and Bitcoin. Fiat currencies being the local currency, so euro, sterling, dollar, etc. Existing Dascoins will eventually be trading on a variety of exchanges, and at that point, it will be possible to convert fiat currencies directly into Dascoins. So the internal exchange is due out in the third quarter. That allows anyone who's within the Dascoin system to transfer coins to each other. So between existing Dascoin users, the external exchange is expected in early 2018, where anyone can go in and buy Dascoin. Distributed ecosystem. Supporting the value of the digital asset system is a global network of hardware and software systems, as well as associated products and services that are offered within this system, including trading, exchange functions, and payment solutions. This network of systems interconnect many jurisdictions of the world and feature redundancies designed to assure smooth ongoing operations. I suppose a couple of things there. The products and services that are being offered, we're going to have the likes of DasPay, smart contracts, create a will, land registration, and so on. The global network of hardware and software, it's important to understand that they're not just based on one simple data center in one location. It's right throughout the world, which again is a protection in itself. You're not open to hackers attacking one particular spot. Is worldwide. Equally, the web wallets that we have will be literally all over the world. So again, it's another add-on security method. And lastly, on page 4, incentivized marketing. A referral-based marketing system to support the development of a global affinity group who recognize Dascoin are interested in exchanging value through this digital asset system. Put simply, that's us. A rapidly growing group of people who believe in Dascoin and are sharing it with the world. So, and we get rewarded for it.
Perfect.
Over to you, James.
So that's moving on to me then.
Best to last.
Keep the best to last. So we're moving on to page 5, folks, which is the hybrid features. And with Dascoin, centralized and decentralized approaches have been combined to solve problems and maximize user benefits. So we'll get into that now. So we have a centralized emission of coins and a decentralized distribution of coins. So although we're on a centralized system, so that there's one main part, we are on a decentralized network. So there's no huge store value in one place. It's all decentralized. We have a permissioned blockchain with independent verification. So that's going to relate to the nodes that we will explain further on down the line in the white papers. We have a centrally authenticated user base through banking standard KYC processes that supports and trusts amongst participants. I just about cut that out there, sorry. Basically what that means is you're going to upload a passport or a national government photographic ID of some sort, depending on which country it might be, like a paper document. We don't know 100% which countries operate with those kind of documents, but there will be a national government body document of some sort uploaded. And this is this kind of stop on anti-money laundering and all this kind of stuff. So we have a distributed, decentralized ecosystem. And again, that comes back to the distributed network of all the users throughout the world. So is my microphone bouncing back? Is it? Or?
No, there's no echo. It's fine.
I'll turn my screen down a wee bit, sorry.
No, you're good. There's no echo.
So we have a decentralized digital wallet system. And once issued, a coin can only be controlled through a private key of the digital wallet of the authenticated party who owns the coin. No other person, company, or authority can transfer, confiscate, or seize that coin. So what that means is once the coins go into your wallet, they are yours. So Dascoin CEOs or directors cannot go into your wallet and take those coins. They are yours and yours only. There will be these little key fobs, like a hardware. It's called the validator, which we will get into more on down the line and in the white papers. And basically what that means is nothing can come out of your wallet unless you use this little piece of hardware, which is amazing. It means that no one can hack into your account and take your coins. It's impossible for them to do that. They would need your hardware wallet or your hardware key, sorry. It's similar to like a banking thing where if you're doing an online transaction, you have to put a card into like a little chip and pin reader at home, and you have to put in like a 6-digit code. So it's pretty impossible for someone to take your coins.
Yeah, it's like that, only better, because you actually are only online for about a second just to verify your details. Whereas when you're on banking online, you could be on for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, then
Yeah.
it'll open.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
and rather than just effectively authenticating with that device, you are effectively storing all the coins. So there's no question that the platform could or could not belong to a company, to a centralized company. This is truly decentralized because you're connecting, downloading all your coins onto that device, and they're there. Wherever you store that device, then it becomes your responsibility, of course, to look after it.
Yeah, exactly. Arthur.
There are backup and restore features, so yeah, not to worry. There is a way to actually get their coins back.
But you know I'll lose mine, but
No, you won't. When it's worth millions, you won't be losing it when it's worth millions, Debbie.
In a safe.
Okay, so we're going to move on. So we have the privacy with transparency and without anonymity, and the way transactions are made and recorded. So basically, this comes back to the KYC is through the blockchain. There's going to be audits, from an outsourced company which is highly reputable throughout the world, and they could then go into the blockchain and they can see who made transactions to who, and it's a fully authenticated system, and it's amazing. We have full compliance with regulation, so the compliance with major jurisdictions and the development of industry standards. Again, this comes back to the KYC procedures that a lot of other coins don't have at the moment. And we'll not get into the other coins, but some of them are doing pretty well without these. And we're going to have a huge network of people that are fully authenticated and full KYC, which it only shouts amazing for us. We have the instant transactions with a validation speed set at 6 seconds. This is, I've touched on this before with quite a lot of people. This is amazing. I'm sure a few people on this call could relate to like the number one cryptocurrency that we all know of is Bitcoin. At the minute, they can take from 30 minutes to 24 hours for a transaction now, because there's so much traffic going through it and the blocks aren't keeping up to speed. Ours is going to be 6 seconds from start to finish. This is it's a game changer in my eyes. So we also have a decentralized inflation allocation via the minting queue and proof of value distribution method. So again, this is all coming back through the decentralized system. Is you upload your cycles to the company and you get coins in return. There's no set order for who gets their coins first or last. It's fully, it's allocated electronically, and no one really knows about that. So that's it for me from page 5, folks. I don't know if anyone has any questions.
We've got the audience, so guys, feel free to. I can actually even unmute. Yes, Rebecca, joking over here. Guys, just raise your hands if anyone's got a question. You should have a button in the interface. We've got quite an audience actually here with us, and that's our very first session. So that's effectively, document kind of is self-explanatory. However, we kind of got confused because we've gone through the documents briefly ourselves before this kind of official run through. And there were a few things which we needed to effectively discuss in our circle so that we fully understand it. So we're all in the same boat. We are all quite new to Dascoin, to net leaders, to where we are effectively with this opportunity. Therefore, there will be situations, there will be probably parts of it we will have no question, we will have no answer to, I suppose, which would require further explanation by the company. But that's what we're here for. We are here to educate you, but also educate ourselves and get deeper into what we are about, what this amazing company is effectively doing for us, as well as millions of people out there.
Yeah, look, in effect, I know for my, a big part of the reason I wanted to get involved in this is it focuses the mind to actually go and read the white paper. Obviously, we all need to do that, but I think in general, the vast majority probably haven't. So this really is to focus the mind for ourselves and hopefully for everybody else to, get 4 or 5 pages done in a day, but understand the 4 or 5 pages in a couple of weeks, we should have a very good understanding of it. And I want to do it for myself so that when I'm talking to people, I'm not guessing, I'm telling them factual information, but also hopefully to help everyone else go through the same thing.
Yeah, guys, so please try and invite lots of people, all of your teams onto the calls, because we're all here to help one another grow, just not in our knowledge, but everybody can bring something to the table.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This is for everyone, prospects or people who are already part of this Dascoin ecosystem.
Yeah, invite. Let's get everyone. The more people in this whole team that understand what this is all about and how it works, the better the whole thing is going to grow. Whether someone's in your downline or not is irrelevant. The bottom line here is, we want to get 1 million people into this by the end of the year. The only way we can do that is help each other. Doesn't matter what team anyone's in, the more the merrier. So yeah, get people on this, get people to understand what this business is about, because the more they understand it, the more they're going to push it, because the more you understand it, the better it gets.
Yeah.